And look, I'm going to say it, when it comes to people like Clive Davis, we have to stop letting him take advantage of our people and getting away with it. So on this channel, I bring awareness to my people. And we have to speak up for Angie Stone, because Angie Stone made this song speaking up for black men. She wasn't bashing us. She wasn't kicking us while we was down. She was breathing life into us when she made that song. So it's only right that we speak up for her when she's not here. But before we break this story down, check this out.
Anyway, what happened 2 days before my show? Whew. But God, I'm trying to keep from crying because the devil was very, very, very particular in targeting me. But anyway, I was rushed to the hospital because I wasn't breathing so well. Came to find out, I had what was a bacterial blood infection that I had gotten when they stuck me with the needle. It had went into my bloodstream and caused a staph infection of the blood. Now, I didn't have a clue that there was a blood infection until they rushed me into ICU. I went into ICU and I went to use the restroom and I passed out in the restroom. My oxygen went all the way down and rendered me basically unconscious.
And damn, so that 18-wheeler accident wasn't their first attempt trying to unalive her. And it's very rare that we see an artist sit down on Instagram Live and really call out the whole music industry. And you got Drake, he's suing the record labels and stuff like that, but he didn't sit down and break it down. So if Angie Stone can break it down, we can break it down. And look, I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to watch this full video, because at the end, I'm going to have a powerful short clip from Angie Stone. And let's get right into this article so I can show y'all how dirty, how racist, how cold these people really are. This article is by Montgomery Advisor. It was published March the 2nd, 2025. Grammy-nominated singer Angie Stone dies in Alabama interstate crash. Authorities release official details on the fatality, which involved two collisions. The collisions with the 2021 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van Stone was a passenger in happened at 4:25 a.m. near the 162-mile marker, about 5 miles south of Montgomery City Line. The first collision had the Mercedes-Benz in a single vehicle crash in which the van overturned on I-65. And look, this is my question. What caused that van to overturn multiple times? And if that van overturned multiple times, where's the cameras? I-65 has cameras on it. I've been driving trucks for 10 years. I took that route so many times. It has cameras. Where's the cameras? After the van overturned, Alabama law enforcement said it was struck by a 2021 Freightliner Cascadia driven by Jared S. Wilkinson, 33, of Skidmore, Texas. According to Alabama law enforcement, it is believed that the second collision unalived Stone. The driver of the Mercedes-Benz Lethal Carter, 66, of Atlanta, Georgia, was injured and transported to Baptist Medical Center South in Montgomery for treatment. So look, according to them, a truck driver from a sundown town in Texas on Mardi Gras weekend and an Oscar award weekend, they wanted all the distractions so people wouldn't sit back and put two and two together. You telling me out of all them people in that van, she was the only one to be unalive? First the van flipped, then a truck come out of nowhere, ironically, and hits the van. Make that make sense. On I-65, I-65 is the easiest interstate to drive on. You telling me a truck driver didn't see that van flipped over? Make that make sense. And then I say, wait. Why is the only pictures online of this accident is people driving by? That's the only pictures. You see no clear pictures. Usually it's a professional photographer that goes on the scene and takes pictures of the accident. You don't see no professional pictures. All the pictures you see is from people in their cars driving by. All the videos you see is people in their cars driving by. Why is no professional pictures? And look, I found the driver of the Sprinter van. His name is Lethal Carter, 66 years old, from Georgia. I went to his Instagram page just to see if he said anything about Angie Stone, like a rest in peace, anything. I saw nothing. And then I found out he was a felon. And I'm not going to put that on him. I'm not going to say, oh, he's a felon. He did this on purpose. But it's some questions that we need answers to. Did someone pay you to do this? Did they threaten you to, if you don't do this, you going back to jail? What it was, we need answers. And in that video I posted earlier, Angie Stone already said when she was in the hospital, the only people that had her back was her kids. And none of her kids was in that van. And it's still so hard for me to believe that she was the only one to be unalived in that van with 9 people. That's crazy. A truck hit your van and the van flipped over 3 times and you the only one? Make that make sense. And then I said, wait, let me go to UMG Instagram account and see if they said anything, said rest in peace, anything. I went to their Instagram account. Nothing. They posted nothing of Angie Stone. And look, like I mentioned earlier, as soon as you call these record labels out, ironically, you're unalived. Ironically, you go to prison. Ironically, you lose all your money and you go broke. And we got a lot of examples. First one, we got Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke owned his own record label. Sam Cooke owned his own publishing. And they didn't like that. They wanted to take all that from them. They wanted him to be under their control. And guess what happened to him? In 1964, they unalived him in a hotel. And they said a woman of the night did. I can't say the P word, but they said a woman of the night unalived him. Make that make sense. You see the games they play when it comes to our people? And he's not the only one. You got Lisa Left Eye Lopez. After she exposed her record label from stealing money from TLC, guess what they did to her? The same thing, the same exact thing they did to Angie Stone. She had 8 other people in the car with her, Left Eye, 8 other people in the car with her. And ironically, in the car crash, she was the only one that died. And then you got Aaliyah. She was on the plane after she ended her contract with Jive Records and went over to Atlantic Records. Guess what happened to her? It had 9 people on the plane. You see this? All 9s. It had 9 people on the plane and the plane crashed. Make that make sense. And look, with these stories, I can go on and on. And look, Angie Stone was on her way before that accident happened. She was on her way to go perform at the CIAA game. And I said, what's the CIAA game? Check this out. A CIAA game is a basketball game played between teams from historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs. The CIAA stands for Central Intercollegiate Athletic Association, which was founded in 1912. It's the oldest and longest running African American athletic conference in the U.S. And look, I believe Angie Stone this year was really going to expose UMG. And they was afraid of that. She was about to go to this game. You don't think she was going to get on that microphone and really say how she really feel. And these record labels, UMG, they need black artists because that's what's keeping them rich. Over 50 years in the game, and she still has to perform shows back to back. 63 years old because they've been robbing her all these years. She has to perform back to back shows. Make that make sense. And look, I'm going to say this in 2025. If you're trying to get famous through these racist, evil Caucasian people, you're tripping. If you don't see the signs, look at what happened to Angie Stone. She trusted these people with her money, and all these years they've been stealing from her. They stole her royalties. Damn. And look, I'm going to say this. If you're black, you're talented, and you're gifted, stay independent. Take care of your own money. Do your own research. You cannot trust these people. Everybody that ever lived that was somebody that was famous, that made great music, they got robbed. Just do your research. You think you gonna be different? No. And look, we don't have to cross over. If you're making the music for the people go support you. And I know we have a lot of people that act just like this. I can't say the word, but you know what I'm talking about. We have a lot of those type of black people. Don't focus on them. They just mad because they really don't love their people. They really don't love their people. They love racist Caucasian people. They feel safer. They feel like Caucasian people will never do them harm. But trust me, if you're really for the people, they really will support you. You don't have to sign to other people that's not really down for our culture. You don't have to do that. And rest in peace to Angie Stone. Thank you for making music that spoke to our soul. We will never forget you. And just like I promised y'all, here's a short clip from Angie Stone. I'm out.
I just want to put some things in perspective and in check. Now there's this media company that's trolling my page, things that I was sharing with my fans for my fans' benefit, only regarding my dealings in the industry over 50 years and things I wanted to share for the benefit of my fans and me in the industry. And of course, you know, I've had a lot of association with a lot of people, but I'm not one to drag anybody's good or bad beings. However, they say if you don't have something good to say, just don't say anything. They're editing, they're taking stuff, they're trolling my page, taking interviews day after day after day and piecing them together to make the world believe that, oh, Angie Stone's out here dragging this one and dragging that one. Never that. I would never do that. Just like they told y'all I was a dead girl and I'm very much alive. It's because they're looking for numbers and they want you to pay for that information. Why you got to pay for it and I'm giving it to you? Don't waste your time or your money. As a matter of fact, I'm going to need for y'all to stand for something and quit falling for anything. Okay? On that note, y'all have a blessed Sunday. Oh, and trust and believe, they're going to take it down shortly. I promise you that. Peace and blessings. Love you much.